Though I represent automatic, this will work for any swing gate operator that is a pad mount style gate operator. Right now we're demonstrating a post, a hinge, and the gate in perfect closed position. So first thing you want to do is you want to know your size of your gate leaf. Purposes today, we're going to say we're dealing with a 14-foot gate leaf. So we build a little chart here. This is the only chart you really need to know. 0 to 12 feet, you come out from the hinge 36 inches. From 12 feet 1 to 15 feet, you come out 42. And from 15 foot 1 up to 22, even beyond, 48 inches. So today we're going to do a 14-foot gate, so we're going to land in the 42-inch bracket. What I would like to see you do is you put your gate in perfectly closed position, you go out to the job site, and from your hinge over, you put a piece of tape on the gate, 42 inches since it's a 14-foot gate, and we put a dot on the ground directly underneath that piece of tape. So now that gate, we're going to swing that, and now I'm drawing that gate in the perfectly 90 degrees. Okay, so when we had our piece of tape on the gate and we swung that gate, that tape followed, and we put another dot under the ground directly underneath that piece of tape that we put on our gate frame. So far, so good, right? Not too hard, right? Very simple. You get your string line out and you pull a string line across those two dots. Now that shows you where to put the gate operator. And people ask me, Sean, okay, where behind the gate? Anywhere behind that gate. So obviously when the gate opens, it don't bang into the cover. So anywhere on that string line, you could put it all the way back here. It wouldn't make any sense. Obviously you wouldn't want to put it so it's only like 1 inch, maybe 3 inches from the gate, but it has to be over that string line. The rotating shaft that's coming out of typical all swing gate operators, they just make a circle. Okay, so now we have perfect placement of where that gate operator belongs. Pad, if your pipe's standing it, whatever the case may be, by that simple method. But the great thing about this method, it kills two birds with one stone. Now you have 2 points on the ground, and we're going to call this one Y, and we'll call this one Z. All right? We measure those 2 points, and typically those 2 points, for today's example, we're going to say that's 50 inches, and it is typically around 50 inches. 50 inches, always divide by 2, no matter what. It's 25 inches. Now we know how much to build our primary arm, which is this part of the arm. So you take an automatic arm out of the box, we give you a lot. It's for you cutting it. So you're going to build that primary arm. Now that starts center of the shaft to where you nut and bolt the two arms together. That is 25 inches. We don't want to see you take out and cut a piece of metal off at 25 inches. From the center shaft of the turning gate operator to where bicep and forearm bolt together, that's 25 inches. So that makes sense, right? Okay, you close your gate, and what do you think the secondary arm is? Whatever it takes to get there, you're done. So you got the perfect geometry where you placed it, and by this method, having the 2 dots, and you measure, divide by 2, you know always the perfect primary arm distance to be built.